entering the majestic gates of OTA made me think as I've already become an officer. But that was monetary. As soon as our documentation finished, we were handed over to our respective company senior cadets. They gathered us in groups and loudly ordered, "Pick up your trunk and hold on, put it on your head and follow us to the barracks." सारे सपने चकनाचूर हो गए, सारी अफसरी निकल गई. And I thought, विनोद तो किथे फंस गया.
After initial documentation, I was allotted Kohima company, and as I came out, the senior GCs jumped on me and they asked me which company I was allotted. I said Kohima. So I said, okay, you come with me. And I was there, can you carry your trunk and hold on? So anyway, I carried it. As I reached near the main building of Kohima on the left side of the road, the first big building, then hell was let loose on me, and as was expected, the ragging part started.
While standing in the queue, I was smoking, putting on goggles. There was a person who was continuously staring at me, probably from the senior batch, who came near me. He asked me, which place have you come from? I told him, I'm from Delhi. He said, is it Delhi or Delhi? I said, it is Delhi. He said, okay, so you have come here to become an officer, to which I replied, yes. Then he went to other persons. When my number came, I was allotted company Jubilee. Therefrom, we picked up our luggage and started moving towards the main gate. I had hardly gone 15 to 20 yards inside when I realized this person was chasing me, and he said, I don't think you can become an officer. You look like becoming fit enough to be an orderly or a porter, to which I told, mind your bloody business. He kicked me on my bums, I fell down and all my luggage scattered around. Before I could retaliate, I realized that others were also doing the same.
Hi buddies, remembering the 50 years back, the days that we had at OTA. One of the most amusing things I feel that the barber shop and the hairdresser, the Tambi hairdresser, deadly looking, who used to wait for us for the haircut. And I thought that this was the first and foremost thing for transformation of a young civilian to a gentleman cadet. And that was, we were told that you have to have that army crew cut. But what's that army crew cut? It was nothing less than a katora cut, which we can talk in our own language. The hairdresser used to just take barely a minute on each of us with a razor, scissor and the clipper. And mind you, what a transformation thereafter. As you are going out, you feel that some aliens have come from some other planet in their spacecraft and waiting for us.
Four senior course cadets came across looking for me in Kohima company, and they found me to be having specs, and so they removed my specs and they all asked, what's my name, what's my name, what's my name, guess my name, tell my name, all that. And every time we done 5 push-ups, 10 push-ups, all that kind of thing. So anyway, after I couldn't tell any of their names, they said, okay, when you get to know our names, you come and collect your specs. And they walked off with my specs. And I was left to go through entire training without my spectacles. Luckily thereafter, we had a boxing tournament, and since I was a little good at that sport, I gave my name, and the last year's best boxer, I thrashed the daylights out of him, and thereafter went to win my weight category in the boxing tournament. So naturally I got shabashis from all over my company, senior under officer and everybody else in the company. And lo and behold, a day or two later, these same 4 guys came and handed me over back the spectacles. They said, "We didn't know you were such a good boxer. Well done."
We were in the junior term and was told that today you will go and collect your cycles. I was so happy that, we'll not run around everywhere, we'll go on cycles and reach early. But my God, after collecting the cycle, when I was coming back, it was not me on the cycle, but the cycle was on me and I was haunching with the senior standing next to me. I can never forget that incident. I repented having collected the cycle.
Number 7475 GC NGS Panu Jasami Company reporting cell found a unique way of handling the stress, and that was to study the whims and fancies and fads of my seniors with whom I was going to be interacting, and would change my own persona depending upon who I was going to meet or interact with. This went on well for some time, till one day 2 of my seniors decided to exchange notes about me, and in their exchange they found one said that I was from rural background and the other said that I was an urbanite. Hell let loose, thereafter I was measuring the length and breadth of OTS Madras, front rolling and taking rounds of my barrack with the cycle above my head.
We would box as part of our North's boxing. But before the game started, my opponent came to me and suggested, "Friend, we shouldn't be fighting. We shouldn't be hitting at each other. Just pretend." To which I agreed innocently, without realizing it is not as simple as it appeared. When the fight started, we were pretending. Our DS, Captain Prussia, who was outside, was too sharp. He immediately understood the game and shouted, "If you don't box, I'm going to come and box both of you." My opponent got scared and instantly hit me on my face. For a moment, I didn't know what has happened to me. But when I came to my senses, I was angry, and I immediately responded with a strong box on his face. He fell flat on the ground. He won't get up. Counting started. I was so angry, even I was shouting, "Now get up, let's fight." To which he never responded. I was declared the winner.
So we started from the OTA in the morning, kept on walking throughout the day, and we landed in some place in the night, in some dark place where they said you have a small break. So it was a big dense mango grove, very dark night. I just adjusted myself against a tree, and there I went blank. I didn't know what happened. After a few hours, I think, I just opened my eyes and found nobody around me. All the guys have left, even my dearest friends who left me and went. So I just came out of this place and saw this absolutely open grounds and no roads, nothing. Then fortunately for me, some one-ton truck I heard, military truck. So it came, I think, that my guy has forgotten something, some small store. He came to fetch it. So he came, picked it up, he saw me, and he was also shocked Like I was shocked. And then I just hopped into it. Then he took me to the office place where our commanders were camping. There he took me to the company commander. That fellow said, "Oh my GC, I've never seen a clown like you in all my life." I can't forget those.
Given an appointment of Lance Corporal, or shall we call it a Dobby Corporal those days. Though it was for 15 days, but it barely lasted for 3 days, as far as I was concerned. So one day after having lunch in cadets' mess, I had marshaled the squad for going to Jubilee company. We had barely moved for 50 yards that I could hear a terrorizing sound of a motorcycle. Dung, 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 dung. My heart sank as I could realize it is Captain R.S. Randhawa, Deputy Adjutant of the school, who is coming now. I had no option but to move ahead. When motorcycle came closer to the squad, I gave a smart word of command of Dahine Dik, which the entire squad did. So did I. Motorcycle went past, but it halted. There was a shout, "Come here!" I looked back and saw Captain Randhawa signaling to me to come close to him. I went there. He removed that stripe from my arm and told, "You are hereby a cadet, no more a Lance Corporal. Take your squad to the company and you don't have to be marched up. Proceedings are over hereafter."
Word of command, you know, the Ustad used to use. One was, "Chigala." And I used to wonder, what is this Chigala? Then after quite a few weeks, I had I could gather courage to ask somebody, what does he mean? He says, appointments, Jagalo, Jagalu. And another one was, Lapadacha. That again, I just to follow others, whatever they did on their word of command. So I used to just follow them. And after some time, I asked people, what does it mean? It means lying position. There are a number of other word of command. I am sure you all know how they were being used by Ustads.
After every movie day, there used to be a patti parade. So, after one such movie, we were told to come out and fall in near P Hill by our senior. P Hill we used to call as Punishment Hill. Our seniors used to call it as Pleasant Hill. Well, all 30 of us were ready. Our senior tells us, run, go right up to top of P Hill, come back, I will take first two. So we started off. I, along with my colleague, decided to stay on there only. We found some place and went off to sleep. We had a nice sleep there and no one noticed us. Early morning, quietly we got up and walked towards our room and joined our training. No one noticed us.
One fine day, Nushara company was out on an exercise, and as usual, the exercise involved climbing a hill feature. We were all equipped with our baggage that included our mandatory Pack 08, our weapons, ammunition, and rations. The exercise started. We started the climb upwards. It was a very hot day. When we had done almost 3/4 of our climb, there was a noise of falling down of a heavy metallic object. And this object, after falling down, started rolling down the hill. It kept on tumbling, and it stopped just at the feet of our company commander, Major Ian DeCosta. Major DeCosta picked up this object. He found that it was actually the main body of 7.62 mm light machine gun. He looked upwards from where the weapon had come down. He found one GC standing, looking lost. He was just holding the barrel of the weapon in his hand, and he was scared because he had dropped the weapon. It was a very comic sight. Major DeCosta, along with the main body of the weapon, started running upwards and went to that GC. He extended his hand and asked the GC, "Come on GC, shake hands with me." GC was flabbergasted. He was scared. He said, "Sir, I'm sorry that I've dropped the weapon." He said, No, GC, you shake hands with me. You have done something fantastic, something extraordinary, which even as a major of the Indian Army, I cannot do. You know what you have done? You have damaged the weapon of the Indian Army. It's only you who can do this, nobody else can do this. Come on, shake hands once again with me. After that, Major DeCosta took out a pen from his pocket. He asked the GC, "GC, what is this?" He said, "Sir, this is a ballpoint pen." He said, "Sorry, you are wrong. This is an artillery shell. You know where it is going to land? It is going to land on your fucking dossier. Just get lost."
Surely you will recall that we were losing our belly fat at a very fast speed. It was a usual dinner night at the academy, which we were attending in suits. As we were about to leave the dining hall after the dinner, I pulled and adjusted my trousers, which a senior saw. Oh my God, the hell broke, and the only thing I could hear was start front tolling. I had no option but to obey. And that's the day I realized that my barrack was 208 front rows away from the dining hall. Well, the agony did not stop there because my coat was full of mud all over. I was only dreading that what will happen at the next dinner night. Well, my wild fears taught me all the tricks of the dry cleaning, but fate had some other designs for me. Much against my wishes, the next dinner night came, bringing all the possible fears, but unfortunately nothing worked, and I wore the same suit with trembling hands and weak spirits. We settled down for the dinner before seniors because we were the juniors, and therefore no one noticed the condition of my suit. My mind started dwelling upon impending troubles, leading to my stomach going half empty, though how much I wanted to fill it little extra so that my trousers don't behave the way it behaved last time. The dinner finished, and can you believe, the same very senior asked me politely, "How many front rolls did you do on that day?"
was highly motivated by three most imposing personalities whose memories are exceedingly fresh with me till date. They were late Brigadier V.M. Mehta, VSM, then adjutant of OTS, late Major D.S. Pannu, VRC, a platoon commander, and Honorary Captain Guman Singh, drill instructor who is happily settled in Bhuj, Gujarat. I wish to narrate an episode that how a single sentence can change the course of an event. It was during the boxing match when I was being badly bashed by a fellow buddy and I had totally lost my bearing. But it was one word to me from then Captain D.S. Pannu, Vijay, I want to see you fight like a tiger. And that word changed the entire future course of the bout.
You know, life has been a wonderful journey. Having been in uniform for more than 37 years, one is very, very satisfied and one is leading a very happily retired life in Goa. My wife, Rikuti, has been a very supporting and a very, very genuine friend and a companion all through my life. I owe my entire career and success on account of to her goodwill, her contribution, and she is an equal partner in whatever I achieve. And I would like to thank her for everything that she has done for me. I would request her to say a few words about all our life that we've had.
Well, I'm feeling very happy that he said such good things about me, though I don't really feel I deserve it. Anyway, I've had a fantastic time all my life, right from childhood. My father was in the army, so throughout my life I've really enjoyed being in the army and got married to an army officer. And even after retirement, our children are in the army, so we still continue seeing different places, going to messes, meeting officers, youngsters and all, and I'm so proud of everything and I wouldn't like to change it for anything.
say something about the wives of the 9th Course officers too. They are well bonded, very cordially and closely, and also have the habit of looking for an opportunity so that they can have a get together and have a good time. It gives me also infinite pleasure to talk and meet the 9th Course family as a unit family under the prestigious canopy of the parent army family. And together we have been many a times to different locations on trips to overseas as well as inland. These times, these moments, these occasions are always very well etched in our memory, and they have been mingled with fun, laughter, a feeling of oneness and nostalgia.